If you're not quite sure what goes in a fried rice or even how to do it, I'm going to show you an awesome recipe that's loaded with vegetables, chicken, eggs, and all the sauce stuff we're going to put in there. It's going to be amazing. You are going to love it. There are seriously like 2 billion variations when it comes to fried rice. I'm going to show you my version. Obviously, it's loaded up with chicken. This is a chicken fried rice after all. It's incredibly easy and it comes together in probably 30 minutes. I mean, it's not bad to get a gourmet meal like this on the table in under 30 minutes for your family, right? We're going to start off by cooking up this rice. Let's cook. We're going to go ahead and add some jasmine rice, or even if you have sushi rice, that would be okay, right to a medium-sized sauce pot. And next I'm going to add on some water. A normal ratio of jasmine rice is 2 to 1, but I'm going to back off about a half cup because I want this rice to be nice and perfectly cooked and not stick together. Put it on high heat. We want to bring it to a rolling simmer. Once it is to this point, we are going to immediately turn the heat down to low, pop a lid on it, and it's going to take about 15 minutes to cook until it is finished. Let's go ahead and remove the top. You can see perfectly cooked, not overly soggy or saturated. Sometimes that happens if you have a little bit too much water in there. That's why I went a little bit low. We are going to fork the rice. Get your mind out of the gutter. I said fork just to fluff it up. Put the lid back on and keep it warm. I'm going to say it a little bit early in this video this week, homies. You start understanding these fundamental techniques of cooking, like using less water so your rice doesn't overcook or it's overly starchy and sticky. We need it to be separate for our fried rice. You start incorporating this, or how to saute, or how to braise, or how to use the proper tool into all of your everyday cooking. Your homemade food from scratch is going to taste better. It always does. Better than the restaurant, better than the stores. You're going to be the best chef on the block, my friends. No joke. Now let's prep up these veggies. There are so many different veggies you can use. I'm going to start off with some carrots. I'm just going to give them a quick little peel. And next, what I want to do is small dice these up. We want them to be small bite-sized pieces in the rice and not stand out. We're going to do the exact same thing with some celery. Again, we're going to small dice it. We're going to put it to the side in a bowl with those carrots. And now I'm going over to an onion. I've got a yellow onion, but you could use red, you could use white, you could even use sweet. Totally up to you. Chop off the ends, cut it in half. Then let's peel it and maybe add that extra layer. Take that off as well. It didn't look too awesome. And now we're going to small dice these onions just like the carrots and the celery. Set them to the side. I've got some cremini mushrooms using a damp towel. We just like to wipe away any dirt or any just excess kind of muck on there. Now to slice them up, I always nick off the end to give it a nice stable surface so it's not rolling around. Give them some slices. Again, let me show you how to do that. Slice off the end, roll it nice and perfectly flat for slicing. We're going to slice them and then we are going to turn them and then give them a nice small dice just like the carrots, the celery, and the onions. Add them to that bowl. I'm now going to hit it with a little bit of garlic. Of course, you know me, sick of chopping garlic in this life. So I'm going to run it through a garlic press. Make sure to scrape off every last morsel of that garlic. Let me stop and say this, you guys. Of course, you can add in more stuff than what I put in there. You've got sprouts, squash, zucchini, peppers, jalapenos, corn, okra if you wanted to. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Dig in that freezer, dig in that produce bin in your fridge. See what you've got. What's on sale? What's in season? Use it in this fried rice. Make it work for you. Now for the chicken. I've got a few boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Just going to place them down on my cutting board. And then what I want to do, because I want them to be nice thin slices, is I'm going to first start by cutting it in half long ways. And then I'm going to turn the chicken breast. And I'm going to slice this as thin as I possibly can. And yes, I'm still going to use that cleaver because when in Rome, right? Once it is thinly sliced and everything is finished, this looks great. Let's take it all over to our cooktop where our large wok is. I'm going to add in some cooking oil. You could use canola, sunflower, or sesame oil, of course, and then crank the heat on high. Before we start cooking, I want to say this. It's going to move incredibly fast. Woks are very thin metal. It heats up quick. It's going to smoke very, very quickly. You need to hold on, okay? Follow close. Once it does start to smoke, you can see that here as I rock the pan back and forth. This is perfect time to start frying. So add the sliced chicken breast first into the pan, and then I'm going to immediately move the chicken up the side of the pan so it can cover as much surface area as possible, making sure it cooks and gets that nice light brown on there. Now to stir fry, we're going to put that spoon right in the center. rock that pan back and forth with our other hand and keep the spoon in the center while moving it just so nothing sticks. This is just an easy stir fry method. Now I'm going to hit it with a little bit of sherry, or you could use rice wine if you wanted, for a little sweetness, some honey, and some soy sauce. Gonna make this chicken taste really, really good, you guys. We're gonna stir that in, cook it for another minute or two, and then set it to the side. Now go ahead and pop that wok right back on that burner. We're gonna hit it with just a little bit more oil. Once it begins to lightly smoke again, we're now going to add in all of those perfectly small diced vegetables. And what we're going to do here is stir fry this just for a few minutes. We want to make sure that everything cooks. We don't want a brown on these. We're not looking to caramelize anything. We want the vegetables to be a little bit crunchy. That's the whole point of this fried rice. Now on the side, I've got about 5 large eggs here. Using a whisk or a fork, whatever you've got, we just want to whisk this together. Just think scrambled eggs. Once it's to that consistency, we're going right over to that pan. We're going to pour it in right with the vegetables. Now, as soon as you pour it in, grab that pan and rock it all the way around. We want to, again, cover the surface area, get those eggs cooked quickly. We're not trying to burn them or fry them. We just want them to cook. And then, almost just like you're making an omelet, move some of the cooked eggs around so the other raw eggs can get in there and cook. You can see that it's cooked and looks really, really nice, you guys. At this point, we are going to add in back our cooked chicken. Make sure that's all in there, and then go grab that white rice in case you forgot about it. We're going to scoop that out. It's probably going to come out in a big chunk because it's been sitting there for a few minutes. Totally cool. Just scrape it, get it, and then what you want to do at this point is sort of break up those big rice chunks. It should be small, bite-sized pieces just like you see here. We're now going to add in some oyster sauce. This is going to be the lifeline of the flavor of this. Next, going to hit it with some soy sauce, of course. And then I'm going to top off with some peas. And then immediately going to hit it with some sliced green onions. Go ahead, grab that spoon, and we want to mix this completely together. The way that you know that it is mixed is that the white rice will obviously start to turn brown from the oyster and soy sauce. We know we're at a perfect consistency here. Season it, of course, with salt and pepper. We're going to give it a few stirs, make sure everything is combined. Then we're going to head right over to our countertop for the next step. As you can tell, making fried rice, or even the stir fry that I did, it's all about the steps and the procedures. We need to cook things in the right order so things aren't overcooked, things aren't undercooked, and it all comes together at the end. This looks amazing. It smells amazing. Go ahead and take a few spoonfuls of this, try it out before we plate it up. And let's do that in slow-mo. I'm just going to serve this up in a very large bowl. You could use a plate. I mean, honestly, whatever you have. This isn't something that's overly fancy. It's meant to be eaten in large consumptions. Definitely a grazing food. Going to finish it with a little bit more sliced green onions. This looks amazing, you guys. Check out this beauty. It's just a really tasty, delicious chicken fried rice recipe. I don't know what else to say. Make it. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out this video because that recipe is super good. I'll see you on there.